Hi, I'm Sam Bergen. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that took the you must present yourself in the project in the rubric literally, so I am here. This is my project, How Much Fiction is in Science Fiction, exploring the realism that is in science fiction. Why I chose this topic is I have always been super interested in superheroes. I've always loved superheroes. Thought they were super interesting, super fascinating, and then as I got older, I started wondering if and how, theoretically, these sci-fi concepts would exist in the real world given the constraints of physics and biology and just the laws of the universe. And then having taken many science classes of biology, physics, anatomy, physiology, ecology, but that's not really them. Applied in here, but that's what I'm taking this semester. And then in my proposal, I submitted a bunch of different topics across the sci-fi genre, and I was told that it's too broad, so we're sticking with superheroes, because that's my first love anyway. And then my proposed timeline was one post a week with a week to set up the blog, and then a week to make my presentation. As classes rolled full steam ahead and my ADHD geared up to fight it, this timeline really went out the window. It fell by the wayside because I don't have good focus or time management, or time blind, or whatever it's called. I'm not good at that because I will get the email that says, okay, this week you have to write a report or you have to do a discussion post, and I'll be like, I have to do that. I have to do that. And then I'll go to my in-person classes and they'll say, hey, you have to do this assignment, you have to do this assignment, you have to do this assignment. And so everything kind of just periodically gets shoved back. So I just worked on it in bursts, really whenever I had motivation and focus and time. And then my blog got blocked about 3 weeks ago. Saying that you can't write about human combustion because that means that there's dead people involved, and you can't talk about human remains on Tumblr. That's against the terms of service, and so I just got slapped with a big old no, you can't use this anymore, so I had to start over. Loved that. And so with my subsequent banning, my timeline got drastically changed and shortened. And then how much did it cost? My initial budget was $0 because I knew that there were blog makers out there were free, especially Tumblr. And as time went on, I bought a free trial for the subscription to Citation Machine because I was finding all of these sources and I didn't want to keep having to go back and find those sources again. And so I just compiled them all in a list on Citation Machine. And then once I transferred over to Wix, once I realized that Tumblr probably wasn't going to let me write about human combustion, I said no to every little ad or shoving of buy our product, go premium. I just said, nah, I've already spent money, we're dealing. And so overall, the only cost was $10 as a subscription to Citation Machine, and my sanity using Wix. Setbacks and overcoming, I initially chose Tumblr to do my blog as I knew how to use it because I've been using it for many years at this point, and I know how to format it. And formatting was the part that I was most worried about because I've never literally made a website before. I've made a blog because Tumblr hosts blogs, but I've never made a website as a whole. And so that got backfired when I got slapped with the ban and I had to start over, and I moved over to Wix because Wix was one of the other ones that I knew of. I knew there was Wix and there was like WordPress or whatever, and I just wanted the shortest URL, so I went .wix site, let's go. But the thing is that it says that it's user-friendly with the drag and drop system, but with dragging and dropping, it means that every time you click, it thinks you want to move something, And I didn't want to move something every time. I really did not. So half of the time I was just fighting it to make sure that I could edit the things that I already had it on there. And then I went, hey, can't I just mark the things as explicit, because I forgot that you could do that. Because I don't post explicit things on Tumblr. So I went and I made another Tumblr and I marked everything as mature, not for kids. This has violence and death and stuff. And so the end result is I have 2 websites in case one goes down or one gets blocked. And I think that for the setbacks that I had, I did a good job. And I had a good time doing the project when I wasn't fighting Wix. I was really interested learning about all of the different aspects of the project, like how Bruce Banner would just absolutely die, and I'll go into that in a second. And then I learned that I am not suited for online classes. This was the first online class that I've had where it was purely just, here's an email, go do your thing. I've had one online class before, but that was always online lectures that you had to watch every day. But this was the first one where it was just kind of all on my own, and I realized that I need more supervision and I need more time management and like focusing techniques, because I do not have those. Which is crazy because I'm literally making a capstone, but that's how I do. And then here is my website, exploring the realism in science fiction. Whoa. And then I have posts, sources by name, and then sources by posts. And then I have very silly, goofy titles like cracking open a cold one with the boys about cryostasis. He's the cold one that you need to crack open. And how he survives that because super soldier serum. And then this one is about prosthetics and how they're super hyper realistic, and it's like they never lost their limb because it works about just the same, and the differences between prosthetics in the real world and prosthetics here. And then I have one about superheroes aren't actually saving people, because you have somebody falling and then you have somebody catching them just shy of the ground, but the thing is that it's not the fall that kills you, it's the sudden stop, because you're going super, super fast and then you're not going at all, so all of that force comes down right at you and you're just dead. So like, whether you're caught, whether you hit the ground or whether you're caught, you die anyway, so that's fun. And then radiation, what it actually is, because sure, it's not a superpower. It's based off Spider-Man and how he wouldn't really get mutant powers because that small of a spider mite wouldn't do much for you, as well as they can't absorb a ton of radiation by themselves anyway. And then the Hulk and how the blast of gamma rays that he had was actually 14 times the amount that you would be killed with. And then Superman and how he's just shooting little cancer beams out of his eyes every time he uses X-ray vision, because X-ray vision without a detector, an image for it to detect those X-rays, is just useless. Besides, hey, you're getting radiation in your body, have fun. And then Human Torch, it's the guy that got me banned, the criminal himself, and because, spoiler alert, when people are on fire, they tend to burn, and if it's everywhere, they tend to die. And then I have the Flash's law of motion, disregards for the law of motion, as he's running super, super fast. And if he's going super fast this way, then that means the air is coming at him super fast because he's running into it, which means that anything in the air is going to come at him extremely fast as well. So if he runs into a bug or even some dust, homie is going to get lacerations, he's going to get wounds because he is going at supersonic speeds and he's hitting into things at supersonic speeds. And then I have my sources. And then up here in this little T, oh, I was going to show you the post. Hold on a second. Here's a post. And then up at this little T is where you can find my Tumblr, which has the same things but in a different format. So thank you very much for watching my presentation.